Okay, now I'm going to complete the activities that are described in this web page on web application logging. So I'm going to scroll down through here, and the first thing to do, other than reading what we just skipped over, is to add the log4j library to the project. So that means we need to get this library. So I'm going to follow that link, and they describe Apache log4j is a logging library. There is a stable branch, a discontinued branch, and an experimental branch. So we're going to go with the stable branch. That's a safe way to go. And let's go ahead and download that. And because we're on Windows, it's convenient to use a zip file. Let's go ahead and get that. And let's get that. It's coming up pretty fast. I'm going to get rid of these older downloads. Let's extract that here. One thing I want to look at is whether the source code is inside this download. Let's take a look at that. There's the source right there. So I'm going to grab this zip file here, cut it, and put that where I keep these sorts of things. Here in, let's see, I was putting it in. Well, I think I'll have to create a new folder for these here. So let's go ahead and do that. This is going to be 00, and I'll call this jar files, or no, Java libraries. Let's go ahead and put it in there. That's the let's go ahead and come back to here. So what we're going to need to do is create a live folder under this webinf. So we'll need to start up Eclipse. Create this live folder. So we're directly under webinf, and I'm going to go back to where we were in that downloads. I think I can hit this back button here, and this is our extracted files, and I'm going to copy just this one file here, this jar file, and then I'll delete these other files which we're not going to need, and I can paste it directly in through Eclipse. So I have it located under this lib folder. Now I'm going to add that to the build path, and I'm also going to attach the source code. We did this before with the servlet API. It's going to go up to that 000 Java libraries folder. So the source code is inside of this zip file, so just add that. And that's that. Let's take a look here. Now we're going to create a configuration file that tells log4j how to operate. So let's create a file called log4j.properties, and we need to place this in the source folder. To create this file here, log4j.properties. By putting it in the source folder, it gets copied into our destination build output folder. And let's add these lines. And this looks good, except for this. Probably need to replace that with the path to our Tomcat home. Basically, this is this identifies the location and name of the log file that gets generated. So let's figure that out. This will be under. Once again, these downloads here, I can delete this. We don't need that. It was temporary. Let's go ahead and find the location of Apache Tomcat. There's the logs folder right there. I'm going to copy that. That's going to go here. Paste it in there. Let's just take a look at that. Yep, we need a slash there. Looks good. Save that. And there's some suggestion here. Modify the home servlet. So we need to add this declaration or definition to the home servlet. Let's go ahead and open that up. And that'll be just right in here. Well, notice logger is not defined. We're going to need to import that. It's not the first one. You have to be careful here. We're using the log4j package. This is in fact the package name org.apache.log4j. Okay. So just expand that and we'll verify that that is in there. Actually, it's right there. Very good. And there's a warning. The logger, this is never read locally, so we're not using it yet. Let's go ahead and use it actually. And here's the line that uses it. So once we get the writer, we print this line to the web browser, and then we add this text right here. So it says returning website. I don't really like that. I would say let's do something else. Let's call it. Let's just say that the doGet is running here. So we're going to say that the home servlet.doGet method is running. So we're just going to list it like that. There we go. In fact, I'm going to change the book to show something a little different there. Once again, I save that. That looks good. Okay, I just made that change to the book. That's the old verbiage there. I'm going to update. There I have it modified. And this is a complete listing that shows everything. Oh, I didn't modify this one. Alright, I got that as well. There it is. Okay, after making these changes, we need to reload the website in the manager application, and we'll need to start up Tomcat at this point. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go up to here in the bin folder, startup.bat. Let's go ahead and open that manager application. We don't need this or this. There's the website. In fact, we're not going to need to reload or stop or anything like that. We'll just go directly there. Once again, we don't have anything for the root URL, the root resource. Let's see, we need to request the home. Before I hit enter, I have not yet hit enter there. What I like to do is take a look at the log watcher. Let's go into Apache logs, and notice that website.log is the name of the log file that's going to be generated here. So it doesn't appear yet in the list, but Catalina, the main log file is there. Let's go ahead and open that up. So let's go ahead and hit enter on this. And there's our Hello World servlet. Keep in mind that now when the Hello World is written here, on the very next line we are sending this to the logger through a call to debug, and we can look at that. I'm going to show you now that it's not there. So why was that not in fact there? Let's see what is going on there. So that should have been called, but apparently was not called. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So we have, this should be the log file here, and I wonder why that's not being created. Let's see if we just paste that in there. So this does not exist. What is going on there? What I'm going to do is do a little debugging here. We should look, let's do two things. First of all, I'm going to go into my workspace and look at, here's the website application. This is the src, it's this log4j properties. That should be copied into this folder, and it is in fact there. But it was not loaded for some reason. Let me think for a minute why that would be. Alright, let's keep thinking here. Why would this not run? So I'd have to think about that. Oh, look at this. There's an exception that's being thrown here. It's a little tough to read it in the console window, but this will be appear echoed in the log watcher window, which is not here. In fact, it's probably one of the other ones. It must be this this one right there. This is another log file that's important. Oh, it's not there. Let's take a look at not this one, not this one. Would it be host manager? Not there. Maybe it doesn't show up in any of these. It is not here. I think it's this Catalina log. Maybe that's, I cleared it too early, so I'll reopen that one. Let's take a look at that. Is there any exception in there? No, so something is is not as I expected. Do I have all of those files? Manager, host manager, log, that all seems to be there. Why would this show up here? Let's see. Log4j error, set file call failed. So maybe the log4j API's changed. Server startup. We started the server, and file not found. It's looking for, oh, look at this. There's a slash between logs and website that's missing right there. So it actually tried to find this this file here. So let's go ahead, we can fix that easily. Alright, let's go ahead and fix that. Take a look at the so that log, it must be a problem in this log4j properties file. The slash is not being read correctly. So it's saying, where is it? Oh, it's down here. It's saying down here, it removed all the slashes. So we're going to need to either use a double slash or a forward slash. Let's go ahead and use a forward slash here. Windows now uses handles forward slash correctly. The backslash, by the way, probably we would need to use 2 backslashes. So there's 2 fixes for this problem. Let's say now we changed the log4j properties file. We're going to need to reload the web server to see that run. So I'm going to go back to this manager application, and let's try reloading. Let's try reloading. It says OK. I'm going to leave the manager application open. I'm going to open that in a new tab. Once again, we're not on the home servlet. This looks good. And not sure when we did the reload here. There we go. Reloading. You notice the error message did not appear after reloading, so I think we got that fixed. How can we verify that? Well, open the log file. It should be written this time. There it is, website.log. There it is. We wrote, this is what we wrote. We wrote home servlet.doget. There it is, home servlet.doget. So it now appears inside the log file. I'm going to need to make a fix on my website here. This string right there. Let me fix that right now. Oh, actually, I do have forward slashes here. It's just my technique when I copy and paste it. I should probably add a comment. Let me do that. Okay, I added the following note. I'm going to refresh. As you can see here, if you are on Windows, you can also use backslashes in the path name for the log file. So in the example above, you could also have used the following. But you know, we ought to test that. So let's in fact go ahead and test that statement. I don't want to make that statement without verifying that it is in fact the case. I'm going to do it the fast way here. Let's do it the easy way. I don't know if it's the easy way, but it's one way. Paste it in like that, and we're going to use double backslashes. Let's see if double backslashes works. We'll save that. And we're going to need to go to the browser. go to the manager. We'll have to stop this or reload it. Let's reload it. Alright. And reloading without any mistake there, so it looks good. No error. And we go to the log watcher. I'm going to clear. Let's go ahead and request that again. So I sent in another request, and it should appear here as a logging message. I don't see it. I'm gonna reload. Should show, but it doesn't. I better investigate. It's not in there. It's in here. These are the logs. We can open that with Notepad. It only comes through once. Do get. So it's not being. Don't see the log message occurring again. I'm not sure why that's the case. It is definitely not coming through. Let's look for error messages. Nothing in there. Nothing. No error there. Website.log shows nothing. We want to be able to trigger the maybe it's getting this from the browser cache. Let's just verify that. We'll open up Internet Explorer, and which doesn't have this page cached. Let's paste it in there. I'll request that, and let's go ahead and check the log watcher again. See, nothing coming up. And yet there is no error messages regarding that that configuration. Did we get this right? Website.log, right? This here, this should have been what is internet settings? I'm not going to look at that now. Let's go back to here. Paste that in there. This is the file, website.log. It doesn't like that. So we call this once. Let's do the following experiment. Let's put in something that we know is wrong. Something like this. Let's try restarting the web application. Oh, just going to do that really quickly. It's reloading, and let's look at this Catalina. Seems like it's okay. If we go and reload this page, there's no reload button there. Just hit enter on there, and nothing there. No error messages as well. So Ay, 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 what is going on here? Let's go up to see if something funny got created here at the top level. I don't see that. I do not see that. Oh, you know what it is? Reloading is not doing it. I'm going to stop, and I'm going to start. I think that's going to do it. Nothing there. And looks alright there. What happens if I reload that? Alright, there's a reload button there. Nothing seems to be wrong. There it is. Look at what it did. It actually created that folder structure right there. There it is. See? Look at that. So if the directories don't exist, then those get created. So we're going to need to shut that down. I'm going to stop that application. Let's clean that folder up. We don't need that. And that is we're gonna shut down Tomcat there. I can't seem to get that to shut down on me. So let's go ahead and shut down on there. Go back to here, delete. This Tomcat was holding on to the file in there. Let's delete that. Alright. Come back. Let's fix that. This should be /users. And I'm going to clear these log files out. In fact, we don't need that one open. We don't need this one open. This manager application, we don't really need that open. Catalina, let's look at that. I'll erase that. Website log is there, and we want to start writing into it again. So what we'll do is we'll look at that one. Let's go ahead and start this up. Back at bin. Let's do a startup here. First of all, let me see. Wait a minute. So I saved this log4j, right? That's been saved. We corrected the path, and let's go ahead and start this up. That one. Gonna look at the. Here's this main log file that went pretty fast. Website would be here. Now, if we send through another request, reloading. Come back and we see nothing. Let's check this. No error. Let's check the script. The console window, there's no error. This is not coming through. Let's check. We got that running. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's over here. Oh, look. The website is stopped. We got to start that up. Alright. Actually, it wasn't stopped. That's not right. The start method was called after start was already running, so that's an error. So they're ignoring that second start method. The thing is, I was looking at an old web page. That shouldn't have been. I didn't need to do that, even though this was a stale web page. I hit start on. Once again, this is what we're trying to get this logger to write out to here. Let's see if we can reload this page. and we see nothing. Nothing is there. Let's this logging system doesn't seem to be working for me right now. Let's take a look at this. Nothing. Why would this not run? So the question here is, why is this this right here, this line is simply not running? Not sure why is that. Could be still going through a cache. Let's see if we can change. You know what? Wait a minute. I'm going to do a little investigation here. Let's look inside the videos in here, in the Tomcat logs, not logs, sorry, in web apps. That's not right either. Now I want to look inside the workspace, under website, under web.inf, and classes. Let's look at that file. I'm going to open that with WordPad, and what? Oh, this is a long string here, isn't it? Seems to be broken right there. This is what I select that no wrap. That looks good. And this whole file right there, right? That should be it. That looks like maybe those slashes are not working for us. Let's go ahead and try that again. Let's change this. I'm going to put an X right there. I don't think that it could be that we get automatic reloading. I'm going to look at another this log file here, and nothing there. I don't think that automatically reloads. So let's go ahead and shut down that, or restart this website. Let's reload it, and there's the X. So the X is there. That means we ran that line, which means we got to here and execution actually reached here. Sorry. So there should be something here, and there's nothing. Let's look for error messages. Nothing. Error messages here. Nothing. So why would that not be writing? This is one tough problem. Let's see. So in logs, there is nothing here. There's just a single line there, and the log is not working. It's simply not running. I do not know why. Alright, let's try this. We'll go back to our forward slashes. I don't think this is the reason for it, but because we saw that when the maybe it's not flushing when it writes out to the log file. It doesn't flush out the output. When we shut down Tomcat, it should get flushed, I think. So we reset that, and let's do this. Let's change the X to a Y, just to see things are changing. See, the servlet is not automatically reloaded. There's a setting that'll reload that automatically, so that means we need to reload it down here. But you know what? I think that property file is not reread on reload. That's my concern. It says it's reloaded here. See if the Y comes up now. And nothing in the website log. Nothing in the website log. Logging is not working correctly. There is an issue there. Let's see if I said anything in the web page about that. I think that we put log4j in that one location. We don't need to put it in the library directory for Tomcat. So I think we did this correctly. And I'm going to give it another try here. We got to get this working. Alright, let's get this going. One other thing I wanted to try, which I haven't yet, and that is to, instead of reloading, let's go ahead and stop this all the way before starting it up again. Let's take a look at our logs. I'm going to clean that one out. That one's already cleaned out. And let's go ahead and start that up. That will cause a reload. My hypothesis here is that that causes a reload of the properties file. But interesting, I don't see anything here as well. So why would that not even be visible? It says OK, and I think that one's all set. Request that one again. It's funny, I didn't get any output on this Catalina file. Maybe the date is wrong. Let me check that. Here's that Catalina file. Something is wrong here. Let me do a little more investigation. I think what I'll try to do is shut down Tomcat. Let's go ahead and do that. Shut down Tomcat. That should disappear in a minute. There we go. And we have this set the way we like. Go back to delete that logs folder. Of course, you can't do it right now. Watch, it'll fail. So you try again. That's because it's open here. So we're going to just close those out and try again. It'll succeed this time. Oh, you know, this work folder, let's just look at that quickly. It could be, we talked about the deep restart before. Here's the website. There's nothing in there. I don't think that's relevant, actually. I think the work folder is okay. Let's go ahead and start up again. Before we do that, let's put another note in here. Let's get rid of the Y. Just go back to the hello world. Log4j properties is okay. Here's the log watcher. There's nothing yet to see. See, actually it won't try to go to the default location, which doesn't exist. So let's start it up. There we go. Let's look for error messages here. Looks good. And let's browse now. Jump me out to this Windows System 32. And we need to go into Tomcat. Logs. It's this Catalina log. Let's look at that. That's good. And as you can see, there's no web in there. That let me I'm just going to click on list applications, and this is the stop button is pressable. That means this website is running. Let's go ahead and send in another request. Should get rid of the Y, and it should create that website.log file, and I do not see it there. Try that again. It's not there. Something is funny. I don't see any error messages. Must be this path here. Does this make sense? Why is there nothing there? Let's go back to here again. Website is definitely not in there. So if we go here, and look at this. Son of a gun. There it is. Look at it. It's filled with logging messages. We got the name wrong. This should be under logs. Now that wasn't such a tough one. I was going all around in circles on that one. So let's go ahead and restart. Gotta reload on that. Let's see if reloading causes a reload on the properties file. So we'll check that this way. It's not there. Of course we need to request the page. Let's go ahead and reload that. Sorry. Here. Browse. There it is. Good. There it is, right there. It's back. Now if we go here, we reload again, we should see two lines in there. There it is. Every time we reload that page, we see another logging statement get printed. Like that. Okay. That's the behavior that we should have. Sorry about getting lost, but you can see what can happen with the tricky configuration that you deal with Java web applications. It's one of the characteristics of working with Java. And let's see if there's anything else we need to do. I think that was in fact the end of the video, and this was quite a long one.